All right, everyone, this is going to be a walkthrough on your asynchronous or independent lesson that you need to complete on Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So I'm going to walk you through what you actually need to do and show you how to use some of the tools on Nearpod. Once you have finished this little video, you can go ahead, open the Nearpod and get started. So the first thing is make sure you're reading everything on each of the slides, okay? This first activity, what you're going to do is you're going to drag and drop the words where you think they go, okay? So blank is the process of comparing sources to identify areas of agreement and blank, all right? So you're going to look at this word bank down here and you're going to try to figure out which word belongs where. Once you are done with that, okay, you're going to learn about the questions we ask ourselves when we're corroborating. You're going to watch a video on corroboration. And then you are going to look at the slide so you know what you are analyzing some sources for. So you're going to be looking at, was cultural change accepted or resisted in Axum? And we're going to be looking at two sources. One is a short reading and the other is a video. So you're going to be looking for evidence of acceptance or resistance, and you're also going to be determining how reliable the sources are. All right, so the directions here tell you that on the next slide, you're going to practice sourcing, which we've done before, and you're going to highlight the different things according to what it is. So yellow for the title, green for the author, blue for the date. And for reliability, you're going to circle on the continuum where you think it is in red. So here is your first section. So you're going to read the background information. And in order to highlight, you're going to come down here. You're going to select this tool. You're going to decide how big you want your highlight to be. And you're going to pick the color. So I'm going to start with the title. So I'm going to pick yellow. And then I'm going to figure out where the title is. The Foundations of an African Civilization, Axum and the Northern Horn, 1000 BC to AD 1300 was published by David W. Phillipson in 2014. So I think the title is Foundations of African Civilization, Axum and the Northern Horn. Okay, so I'll highlight that in yellow. Okay, then you're going to do green for the author, blue for the date, and then down here you have a continuum. How reliable do you think this source is? So if you think it's strong, you're going to put like an X or something over here. If you think it's medium or low. So you're going to put in red where you think it belongs. You'll just put an X where you think. Okay. Then you'll answer whether or not you think this is a primary or a secondary source. Okay. And then you're going to actually read the document and say whether you find evidence of acceptance or resistance. Okay. You're going to highlight in green evidence that shows cultural change was accepted in Axum. If you find evidence that it was resisted, that they resisted cultural change, you're going to highlight that in red. Okay. And just remember, you may or may not find both types of evidence. So it's the same process. You're going to pick your highlighter tool, you're going to pick the color, and then you're going to read it and highlight areas where you think it shows acceptance or red for resistance. All right. Again, you're going to do some sourcing with the highlight tool, title, author, date, and how reliable you think it is. And the source is actually a video. Okay. And you're going to say again, is this primary or secondary? Okay, so you're going to watch the video. Okay. On the slide after the video, you're going to be presented with 6 pieces of evidence. Okay. And you're going to circle in green if you think it shows they accepted change, or in red if you think it shows they resisted change. So you're going to watch the video, okay? And when you're done, you're going to circle, okay, or highlight, or however you want to mark it up, okay? But again, you're going to pick your color, okay, to show, and these are not necessarily the correct answers. I'm just circling randomly. So you're going to circle the ones in green that show that they accepted change, and in red if you think it shows they resisted change. All right, then you're going to figure out what evidence was actually corroborated, and you're going to be filling out the bottom portion of the chart on the next slide. Okay, so we've got all the information here for you from both of the documents, and your job is to highlight similar information. Okay, so if you find similar information, you're going to highlight it, okay, in both of the columns. You can pick whatever color you want. You can do yellow, whatever. And then you're going to type in the box, okay, why you can't corroborate information in this column. Why aren't there any highlights? And you're going to explain why you didn't highlight anything here. And then you have your summarizer. Okay, based on what you've learned today, did Axum accept or resist cultural change? And you need 2 pieces of evidence. Now you can copy and paste. So if you highlight it, you copy it, you can paste these sentence starters here. So Axum, okay, and you can just delete the words and the spaces you don't want. So resisted cultural change. I know this because the people blank and blank. So this is where you're going to use your evidence from the previous slides. Okay, so you have evidence here. Okay, and remember, you want to pick evidence that's corroborated, that you got from more than one source. If you have questions or any issues completing this, email your teacher right away, let them know. But you are expected to do this assignment prior to coming to class on Thursday or Friday. All right, so now you can go into your module, you can open the Nearpod and get started.